to hide certain information from the public when it came to vaccines. Can you talk a little bit more about that, and what could the Trump administration do to right those wrongs?
Well, if your listeners are really interested, read my report. And they're not vaccines, they're injections. These are the COVID injection, the gene therapy. And what we have uncovered, because Bobby Kennedy forced HHS to give us 11 million documents, we know that the head of CBER, that's the division within FDA, Peter Marks, there was, approves vaccines, but it's also supposed to then surveil for safety signals, was warned that the algorithm they were using to analyze their VAERS system was going to hide and mask safety signals. 26 days later, using a new algorithm that unmasked those, he was shown 25 safety signals, things on sudden cardiac death, pulmonary infarction, Bell's palsy, different types of strokes. 3 consecutive months, more data runs, more safety signals. They continued to use the old algorithm that they knew was hiding safety signals so they could go to the American public and lie and say, oh, we're just not seeing safety signals. What adverse events are rare and mild. It was a complete and total lie, and people died, their children died. They've been permanently disabled because the FDA officials, starting with Peter Marks and others, lied bald-faced to the American public, and it's outrageous.
Do you think that the Department of Justice should look into this? If they're not already, hopefully they are.
Well, I think that'll take some time. We've got it. We have to do interviews, and we need more documentary evidence. The problem is the government protects itself. It protects drug manufacturers by giving them unlimited liability protection. So this is tough not to crack. It starts with fully exposing this, and we're having a tough time getting all the information documents, even out of a department that's run by a secretary who's absolutely dedicated to radical transparency.
Why do you think the Biden administration hid all of these things? Do you think it's because they were working with pharmaceutical companies and because of the donations, or was it to control the American people through the vaccine? What was their agenda?
I think probably all of the above. Big Pharma controls the narrative. They control these agencies. They control our medical colleges, medical journals. So they didn't want to go up against Big Pharma. There are billions of dollars at stake. Democrats love controlling people's lives. I know Biden wanted to mandate these. Again, apparently he believed that this would end the pandemic, even though new cases, if you look at the new case chart, this pandemic was bottoming out by January of 2021. And then it ramped back up pretty much in correlation with the role of the vaccines. Explain that one to me. So no, there were various reasons of just belief in these vaccines. Fauci was bemoaning in October 2019 that we don't have a universal vaccine program. And so he said, well, it's going to take a pandemic. Well, he got his pandemic, and he got a universal vaccination program out that unfortunately killed a lot of people.